ден, почитувани гледачи. На самиот почеток сакам да ви се заблагодарам што ќе бидете заедно со нас во наредните неколку минути. Македонско издание е програма која што професионално ве информира за поважните настани во Торонто и околината, како и ве забавува со наша македонска музика. Емисијава, како што знаете, после 20 годишно емитување на канадската кабловска телевизија Роџерс телевизија, од 2018 година се имитува исклучиво на онлайн. Денеска е 2 октомври 2021 година и како што сите знаете, веќе 18 месеци планетава се соочува со последиците од пандемијата COVID-19. Со 90% вакцинирана популација на земјава, вирусот COVID-19 би исчезнал, смета Светската здравствена организација. Дотогаш сите треба да се придржуваме на мерките кои се воспоставени за минимизирање на смртоносноста од овој вирус. До денеска 80,34% од населението во Онтарио е комплетно вакцинирано и со оглед на стабилниот број на новозаразени, некои од мерките се олеснуваат или елиминираат. Тоа значи дека повторно почнуваат да се организираат настани насекаде, па и во нашава комуна во Торонто. Ова е 428 емисија на македонско издание, а јас сум уредникот и водителот на оваа програма Победа Пискачева.
Канадското македонско место во Торонто на своите станари им нуди угодно живеалиште, хармоничен живот и одлична услуга. Побарете ги на 416-755-9231.
Емисијава ја започнуваме со интервјуто што го направивме со Вирџинија Еванс во врска со престојниот 16-ти поред македонски филмски фестивал. Почитувани гледачи, разговараме со екзекутивниот директор на Македонскиот филмски фестивал овде во Торонто, единствено таков вид, госпоѓата Вирџинија Еванс, во врска со овогодишниот филмски фестивал, кој што ќе се одржи од 22 до 24 октомври годинава и ќе биде онлайн. So, Miss Evans, here we are, 16 years.
Yes, indeed. I never thought we'd be here when it was 2006, and you were part of the first one as well too. You've been there for all along. Yes, I'm not surprised because I think that Macedonians in Toronto are anxious to see Macedonian films. Not all of them, but enough of them that we've been able to continue. These last 2 years have been really challenging, obviously, with COVID, and we've had to go to a virtual. And again, this year we decided again to do the virtual because it's just I just don't think that our community is ready to be in theaters and sitting beside each other. So we have 2 great films, The Diary of Diana B. It's a Croatian, Serbian, Slovenian production. And it is about the life and work of an Austrian-Croatian humanitarian, Diana B., who saved over 10,000 children from the Ustasha concentration camps during World War II. And still is one of the best-kept secrets in Croatia. The docu-fiction hybrid, The Diary of Diana B., it had its world premiere at the Pula Film Festival. And it ended up scooping 4 golden arenas. And you know, it's the first time we've shown actually a film that's in black and white. We do have guest countries, and we decided on this particular film because it is just a well-done film. Our next feature film is called Stella. It's a wonderful full story about a dog and a boy. Mm-hmm. And this boy was bullied at school. His family is dysfunctional. He's 10 years old. he actually attempts suicide. A 10-year-old boy. This is awful. And he ends up not speaking. He does not speak. He will not speak. And the only animal actually that gets through to him is this wonderful dog called Stella. And I think these are lovely films, and I think that they'll be very, very popular in the living rooms of Macedonians.
So, what is the way how the Macedonians would be able to see these movies? Like, would you just technically tell us? Do they go to our website, right?
Yes, they go to the website. They buy a ticket for whichever film they want. We have actually 3 screenings, and I'll tell you more about the third one. And once they bought the ticket, they will be sent a link. They have between Friday night, this 22nd, until Sunday night, let's say, and in order to see the film that they've paid for. It's always a little new for some people, but I'm really hoping that perhaps children and grandchildren will step up to the plate and help their grandparents see these films.
So, yeah, you said there is a third screening also?
Yes. A third screening is actually 3 short films. We are opening the film festival in a way on Thanksgiving weekend, and it's a short film, 20 minutes. It's called Snake. Very well. It has won all kinds of awards, and I'm very excited about it, actually. And I think that then it will be combined with the 2 other films that we have, which is called We're All Going to Die, which is a documentary, and it is about individual dilemmas in the local typical Balkan context, but through a bizarre aspect of the entire social life in the funeral business. Yeah. It is kind of, it's funny, and it's interesting, and it's really well done. And the other film, which was very charming, and it's called Flowers of the Water. This is a documentary as well, and it's about a woman in her love of life turns into making flower arrangements, and then solves a problem because she's lost everything. She and her husband, 70 years old, lost everything because of a catastrophic storm and a flood, and her home suffered a great deal of damage. So after the storm, they both of them.
That happened a few years ago in the area of Skopje.
Yes, it did. And that's my point, is that these are people in the 70s that actually pulled up their socks and did something different in order to survive. And I admired that, and I liked the fact that this young man did this documentary on these people. So that, and We're All Going to Die and Snake will be offered together. You can buy a ticket for those 3, for the combination of those 3.
So tickets can be bought at our website, www.MacedonianFilmFestival.com.
Yes, indeed. Please go on to it now, even now, because you can read about the films. They are on there, the posters, and also look for the opportunity. It'll only be for the Thanksgiving weekend, where you register for Snake and you can watch it. It's 20 minutes, a Thanksgiving weekend, Sunday, Monday. Check it out on the website.
So, Ms. Evans, thank you very much for this interview, and we hope this year it will be the same like last year. People will go and they will see our virtual.
In order for us to continue, we need the support of not only people buying tickets, but also donating to the film festival. we're all volunteers. Everything that we do is because we love this and we love Macedonian film. Thank you very much, Pobeda, for doing this. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Триесетата годишнина од независноста на нашата земја беше одбележена и во диаспората во Онтарио на 8 септември годинава. По идеја и залагање на Мери Утос, членка на Канадското македонско историско друштво, боите на македонското знаме, црвена и жолта, беа проектирани на CN Tower секој половина сат во текот на целата ноќ. Исто така, по заслуга на Џон Битов Џуниор, боите на нашето знаме беа проектирани на водопадите на Нијагара. Весникот Торонто Стар пак, чиј публицист е Џордан Битов, објави надпис за 30 годишнината од независноста на Македонија од новинарот Джереми Нютел, насловен "Македонците во Канада се подготвуваат да ја прослават 30-та годишнина од националната независност". Во продолжение проследете дел од снимката од CN Tower со македонските бои.
Канадското македонско место во Торонто на своите станари им нуди угодно живеалиште, хармоничен живот и одлична услуга. Побарете ги на 416-755-9231.
Во продолжение, почитувани гледачи, проследете го интервјуто со Елизабет Наумовски за нејзината иницијатива за предупредување на возрастното население од телефонските измами.
We're talking to Elizabeth Naumovsky, Vice President at Codewall Securities, here visiting her at her home. The reason why we're here is the campaign that she organized and that is very, very interesting, called Just Hang Up. So would you like to tell us what is this all about?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Pobeda. So we started the Just Hang Up campaign because since March 2020, so many people were locked up at home, which gave scammers and fraudsters the ability to be able to scam you of your money and catch you off guard. I mean, this is the first time ever in our entire lives that we've been in lockdown, and none of us have really lived through this before. But the problem is so many people were working from home and they were self-isolating. A lot of people are alone. Look at the seniors that are at home alone. Never mind the seniors, the new immigrants. So we thought it would be a really good opportunity to tell seniors and new immigrants that if you receive this CRA phone call that says, you know, give us your social insurance number or we will arrest you. The RCMP is on their way to arrest you. We wanted to let people know that that doesn't happen in Canada. It may happen in other countries that we have immigrants from, but not here in Canada. And it's interesting because when we started doing this campaign, a lot of people wanted to help us and say, well, my community has been affected, and I know of people that have been scammed $3,000 or $5,000, and we want to stop the fraudsters from taking advantage of our community.
You and the people who are helping you with this, you recorded this in 17 different languages.
We did.
That's a great idea.
You know what we really did, and the thing is, we went into our office and we asked everybody who speaks a foreign language if they would like to step up and record the same message in the foreign language. And so that was 13 people in our office. And every 2 weeks we record messages for our clients and for people who follow Caldwell Securities. And the cameramen that were recording us said, our people in our community have been defrauded. We'd like to help out. And so we had 4 other people join in and say, we want to be a part of this campaign. So yes, we have 17 different languages. The other really cool thing is the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre, which was put together by the RCMP, every week is promoting 2 different languages on Twitter and on their Facebook page to help other people understand that they will not get arrested and just hang up.
So before, in the past, we had like no call services, like you can just go to the service, put your number, and you won't be able to receive any of these calls. Why is this now the way to go?
Well, because when you were putting your phone number in on the do not call list, that was a government run. That's the Canadian anti-spam legislation. That's a government-run organization. This is fraudsters. There's no government running them. These are people that want to defraud you of your money, just like romance scams. I mean, if you think that you've fallen in love with one person and you've never met them, but they're asking you for iPads and iPhones and everything else, you have to remember it's not just that one person that's asking you. There's a team of maybe even a dozen from around the world that are just at you. So the Canadian anti-spam legislation is a completely different entity. These are fraudsters and scammers worldwide.
So just tell us what is the response from these people.
You know, we've had a lot of really positive things from people, whether they're clients or even just people in the industry and outside of the industry that have been reposting and retweeting. I think it's really important to let people know that if you have become a victim of fraud, don't be embarrassed. And it doesn't mean that, you're not as smart as anyone else. Fraudsters will get smart people. Fraudsters will get you when you are caught off guard, when you are multitasking, when you're not paying attention. And it's typically an affair of the heart, whether you're in love with somebody or you want to make a lot of money very, very quickly. That's what fraudsters are focusing on. And if I may, Pobeda, I'd like to tell people what to do if they have become a victim of fraud. So if you become a victim of fraud, do not be ashamed. Tell somebody. Go to your local police department. Tell the local police department. Go to the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre website, and Centre is spelled C-E-N-T-R-E, Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre, and report it to them. And if you did transfer any money to from a bank or from wherever you're transferring your money from, call that organization and ask them to stop it. And tell a friend, because the next time you're in this predicament, your friend will be able to stop you, or at least you'll have an ally.
Elizabeth, thank you very much for this short interview.
Well, thank you so much, Pobeda. I'm really happy to do this.
Следуваат и неколку информации. Олимписките летни игри за 2020 година заради пандемијата беа одржани во 2021. Женскиот канадски тим за софтбол со победата над Мексико ја освои бронзената медаља, прва во историјата на олимпискиот тим на Канада. Капетанот на тимот, 32 годишната Джена Каира, е македонка по мајка и во името на целата македонска комуна и ја честитаме бронзената медаља. За професионално и поволно дизајнирање на веб сајтови побарајте ги TJ Hosting на 647-547-3061. За сите врсти на животно осигурување, осигурување за критични болести, осигурување на вашиот кредит за куќа, инвалидско и здравствено осигурување и осигурување кога патувате, јавете се на 647-977-0233. Јас ке ви помогнам да го одберете најповолното и најдоброто осигурување за вас. Читете македонски вести со детални информации и важни надписи од македонската комуна во Торонто. Почитувани гледачи, тоа е се што подготвивме за оваа емисија на македонско издание, која можете да ја следите исклучиво на интернет. До наредната емисија, кога повторно ќе се видиме, ви благодарам за вашето ценето внимание, пријатно и довидување.